All right, guys, we actually are following some breaking news when it comes to that storm we were watching headed our way.
That's right. What was TD16 is now Tropical Storm Nate, just making landfall right here on Nicaragua. So again, that's one thing we're looking at this morning. It's not very organized, kind of messy looking if you look at it, you know. But what we're looking here is where this is going to go. And we were talking about this morning some big changes overnight in the forecast track.
And not good for us.
Not good for Louisiana. I hate to say that, but things could easily change with that as well too. So take a look here. The reason why we're going to see this area is upper level. So we're looking at where the airplanes fly. Upper level high pressure sitting here off the east coast of the United States. We have a trough of low pressure here coming out in through the Great Lakes and part of the Ohio Valley. What's going to happen is these two features are going to help to drive Nate northward. Now, typically they'll follow the path of least resistance, so clockwise flow around a high, the western edge of that, which would take it up, unfortunately, the way the models look today, up close to Louisiana. The trough also pulling this thing northward as well, too. So the question is still going to be, is it going to continue that way? How strong will it be as well, too? The other feature we're looking at here is this little trough coming on in here across Florida, weak little low over the eastern part of the Gulf of Mexico today and into tomorrow, will be working its way closer to us, spreading some cloud cover back into the area as well. And then you'll see here, as that moves on and kind of impacting our weather with a little rain late Saturday into Friday, that could produce some wind shear, and that could help to not allow Nate to get as strong as it could be. So that would be some fantastic news as this system continues moving into Texas as Nate continue working its way northward. Now, the GFS American model actually has the system totally weakening at this point. Yesterday it showed it a hurricane. Today, maybe a depression, maybe just a little remnant low. That's a big difference versus the European and our RPM model here, showing it potentially as a tropical storm coming on in toward Louisiana early on Sunday morning. So that's a big difference at all between what we saw yesterday. Also, the models were hinting at going toward Panama City yesterday, not the case anymore. So tropical storm Nate with winds of 40 miles per hour moving northwest today. Forecast models, the trend is northwest, but look at the spread. That's significant difference between them as there's some impact in the Yucatan Peninsula, others going through the Yucatan Channel. Then here, what we're seeing compared to last night is the model trends farther to the west. We had some over top of us yesterday, so that we did have some yesterday. Now, most of them coming closer to us, stretching from about Morgan City all the way here to about, not quite to Panama City, Destin, Pensacola area. So again, still a lot of uncertainty exactly where the system will go. That's normal this far out. We traditionally see that. So as more data goes into the computer models, we will see again, maybe these models kind of clumping together. Hopefully not as much over top of us, but that has caused the hurricane center then to now change the track here. So it continuing to be a tropical storm as it makes landfall, weakens briefly to a depression there over Nicaragua, back to a tropical storm impacting Cancun Friday night into Saturday morning. And then you'll see here becoming at least a Category 1 hurricane here. Winds of 75 miles per hour south of Louisiana coastline, heading toward now Plaquemines Parish. Again, yesterday, this was over to the east. It has now shifted. But as we tell you over and over again, you can't just follow the center line. You have to follow the entire cone, which goes again from Morgan City all the way to the Florida-Alabama line. So again, that's a big difference there. And then the system would go through Biloxi and then farther to the north. One other good thing is it would quickly move through. Notice in 24 hours, it goes from south of our coast back toward Huntsville, Alabama. That's pretty fast. So that means the rainfall rates wouldn't be quite as prolonged as they could be if it was a slower system. So that's good, at least for rain totals across our area. Still could pick up quite a bit of rain, but maybe not as much as if this was a slow-moving system. So that is some big changes since yesterday. But again, remember, we're all watching this very closely, so we're all going to be in this together, watching this very closely with you. Want to show you real quick. Here's the European, the yellow GFS, the white, sort of in agreement with the Yucatan Peninsula with the potential landfall there. Here's the European. Here's the GFS. Really not much to it. European, again, coming on in towards southeast Louisiana. GFS kind of fizzles out. So let's hope that happens, because then we don't have to deal with the tropical system or much of one at all. So what you should do now, stay calm. We're all in this together. We're going to see this together with you here at Channel 4 as well as in your living room at home. A lot of uncertainty already exists and things will change. They already have. So stay tuned here to Channel 4 and of course all my social media pages for all of your updates. Meteorologist Dave Nussbaum, like that page. Dave_Nussbaum on Twitter. Social media from Instagram as well as into Snapchat for updates too. Our weather beautiful this morning. 60s and 70s, not bad at all. Still a little breezy though with winds coming onshore, and that's causing coastal flooding concerns now till noon on Sunday. Plus if there is a storm, a surge on top of that, so flooding likely to be prolonged for a while. So we'll continue to watch the tropics, of course, for the weekend. Right now, let's plan for quite a bit of rain.